Alright guys, so here it is, the 511 Rush 72 backpack. It's what they call their bug out bag. It's a 3-day bag, but it's got really wide, probably 3 or 4 inch straps here. They're padded, really nice. The thing that I liked about this is actually you can actually adjust the height of the straps here in the front for the chest straps, depending on what your size is and where you want them. So if you want it a little lower, you can drop it down onto one of the other MOLLE straps that are on here, or you can raise it up to the top if you want it to be tight on the top. But yeah, it's pretty big, it's roomy, it sits really nice on your back as far as how it feels. It's got a support system in there. It's a small plastic frame, but that's it right there. I'm gonna take the camera down, do a close-up view. I'll probably end up having to hand hold the camera for a little bit, so you'll have to bear with me on the shakiness. And we'll do a small review of this while I'm waiting for my soup to heat up. Alright guys, so here it is. My 511 pack. It's got the reason I got this one over any of the other packs is because I wanted to pack with MOLLE gear on it. I like the idea that you can put more pouches and stuff on the outside. Yes, they're expensive, but it's a kind of give and take thing. I like the option of being able to upgrade my pack without actually buying another pack or buying things that I have to tie on the outside. I'd rather have a system in place that I can just attach things as it is. So the front end of this pack is this large pouch here. It's got several pockets on the inside. The only thing I really don't like about the pockets right now, I've only had this pack for a couple of days, but it kind of bugs me that the pouches, the pockets on the inside have this webbing on it. I don't know how long this webbing is actually going to last, but we'll see, I guess. So in this top pouch, I've got some of that snare wire I showed you guys. I've got some Ranger bands that are already cut, some artificial sinew, another handkerchief. In this front pouch right here, I've got my Baco Laplander saw. I've got some more snare wire. It's the rest of the roll for that little section I just showed you. In this pocket, I've got some Gorilla Glue and my pocket chainsaw. And you can see one of my paracord bracelets that's just kind of hanging out in my pack somewhere around here. In this pouch, I've got a fire starting kit, which I'll do a small review on here. It's actually, I use this to make my char cloth, so I've got char cloth in there. I've got a small ferro rod. I think my magnesium bar is in there, and a small Bic lighter. I've got an Altoids tin here. This is another one that's it's got duct tape in here. It's got some Fresnel lenses, a couple of razor blades, and something else in there. I'll do some more reviews on my mini kits later on that I have, because I've got several mini kits that I use that I keep in the larger kit, so I can take them out and move them if I need to use them in a day pack or whatever. In this pouch, I've got quite a bit of orange duct tape. Mainly, I have the orange duct tape. The quality isn't that great on this stuff. I'd much rather the Gorilla tape that I have for my other stuff, but the orange is mainly for visibility purposes. I can use it to mark trees. I can use it to mark my path as I'm going if I'm lost in the woods or whatever. But it gives me a good amount of ability to mark up some stuff and signal for help if I need a signal. I've got a small LED flashlight from Gerber. It's got 4 different colors on it. It's white, red, blue, and green. Allows me to stay low vis if I'm in the woods at night. I don't want to disturb whatever I'm looking for if I'm hunting or whatever. I've got a small monocular from Bushnell. It's pretty nice. It makes it a little easier to pack down if you want to have a monocular or binoculars with you, something to see a little bit further away. I've got a small match case here that I'm going to add some of the cotton balls with Murray's beeswax on them, so I can keep those in here with me in the fire kit. I've got a small pouch right here that I don't have anything in yet right now. It just kind of sits open. This first zipper pouch here, I've got some cordage. I've got some carabiners. I've got a monkey's fist with a steel ball in it. And the reason I made this is for making my traps. A lot of the places that I've ended up and I've gone in Texas, they don't have saplings that are really springy to make spring traps. So what you can do is you actually make a counterweight trap where you would weight down a piece of string or the one end of your trap and use that as the counterbalance. So it'd be the spring portion would be the actual weight from the string, the opposite of the string. So this is actually so I can get it over a branch if it's too high for me to get to. Makes it a little easier to hang bags if you're in a part of the country where you've got bears and you need to put a pack up in a tree or food to keep the bears away. Makes it a little easier to get those lines over the branches. In this top pouch, I've got some fire starting stuff. I've got my a Bic lighter. I've got another mini Inferno. I've got a magnesium bar with flint striker. I've got a light stick that I keep with me that a friend of mine gave me. I've got my 4-in-1 whistle. It's got a thermometer, a magnifying glass, the compass, and the whistle itself. This one doesn't have the LED light. They have a new one that has an LED light on it, so that's a 5-in-1. And then in here, I've got another bandana, and inside the bandana, I've got a small mirror that I got from a broken compact that my wife had. So it's another signaling device that I have in there. Close this guy up. This front pouch right here, which this is actually one of the other reasons I got this pack was because I have a hammock system that I carry with me. I don't have it with me in here today, but this is part of the hammock system I got. It's a tarp. It's a cheap tarp. I'm going to get a much better one. I want to get one of the small sil nylon tarps eventually, so I don't have to carry this big tarp with me, or I can just carry this big tarp, keep it in here, but make it like pack it down a little bit smaller, take the blanket out of the inside of it. But there's a military whoopee inside of this thing that I keep with me and use. But this pouch right here is actually set up so you can put something inside of it like that. In this little pouch up the front right here, I've got my Gerber multi-tool, which I have it in here because I can't carry it on my duty belt while I'm at work. But I carry this bag with me on my motorcycle when I'm driving, so I have my Gerber multi-tool with me at all times. I've got some medical supplies in here, some snare wires, some insect repellent. Toenail clippers are always a good thing to have with you. I've got a couple of those, or a pair of those in here. And something I'm going to do a review on whenever I get the rest of them in. They're on their way. It's light load towels. They say they're an all-in-one survival tool, so I've got a couple of them that I'm got shipped here that are going to get. This is my compass. This is my compass. It's a Silva compass. I got it from my wife for Christmas, actually. She bought this for me. Or my birthday, sorry. My birthday. A little pouch that goes with it. I've got another little kit. This is my first aid kit. It's a small one. I'll do a review on it. And a little Advil thing with some Motrin and that in it. That pouch. Alright. And then on to the main pouch. The main section here. This is a very large section. I've got my fishing kits and some extra Altoids tins in here. This pouch is empty. But the thing I like about this section is this top part right here you can actually access from the top here or the bottom section here. It's got two different zippers for either end. I wish some of the other ones actually had that on there, but that's the only one that does. There's another pouch down here at the bottom that's not the webbing. It's an actual pouch made out of the, what is it, 1070 denier nylon. And then on the bottom here I've got some notepads, I've got a chamois, and I've got a knee brace because I've got some knee trouble that I got while I was in the military. I have this bowl, it's a Tupperware bowl. It's got my soup, another thing of soup in it. It's a much larger version of the soup for larger things. Got a, what is this, 12-pound test fishing line that I carry with me just in case. Jute twine and the thing of Murray's beeswax. And then there's actually one of those light load towels that's after it's unpackaged. It's 12 by 12. Really nice little thing, but it's got this little, the pack itself has a pouch here. You can pull tight, hold whatever it is that you got in there. I'm going to use this section for my my hammock and that. There's another little pouch up here at the top, made out of the webbing. And this thing has got a lot of space, guys. I mean, I don't think I could fill this up without putting every single piece of gear that I have, plus clothes for myself and my wife. And I could probably still have room in this thing. So the side pouches here, I've got my Mora, I've got some zip ties, I've got my shoe shining kit so I can keep bringing it to work with me and have it there with me. And the other side, same size pouches. They're almost the same size as the 10x4, so I think I can fit actually my Guide design bottle in here. But in this section, I've got a little mini tripod just in case I do a video. I've got an S-bit stove. I'll do a review on this eventually. Probably not for a while, but at some point in time. I've got some 1-inch Gorilla Tape, duct tape here. I've got my bicycle tube to make Ranger bands. I've got a thing of Kipper. On the top up here, I've got some Gatorade that I carry with me, so I can have it at work. And then I've got a couple of things of Mio, the liquid. I've got one that's strawberry and watermelon. The other one is the new one. It's the energy drink. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to try that eventually, or pretty soon. So that's the pack right here. The top up here, I've got some paracord, some change just in case I need to make a phone call or whatever. I've got change in there. I've got a little small roll of duct tape, probably about 1 inch wide, probably about 15 feet or so of that, just in case I need it quickly. Alright, in the back here is the hydration section. So you can put a hydration bladder. It's also where that the frame is. It's just a plastic frame, but it works really well. So yeah, guys, this is my pack. I actually am quite pleased with the quality of this thing. It's amazing quality. It's got a lot of compression straps on it, so you can actually compress it down if you need to. It's got waist. It's got some waist bands here, so you can put it around your waist to take some of the weight off you. I have them tucked away in this little section here. They have a section specifically to tuck them away. But it's padded all over the back. It's got the padded straps I already talked about. I mean, this thing is just excellent quality, and it's not common, man, as Dave puts it, by any means. I think this pack cost me about $150 bucks, but I'm the kind of person that I'd rather spend the money, buy something quality once, than having to spend money several times. As one of the guys on Dave's Facebook channel, the cheap man pays twice. So that's my pack, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. Not sure what I'm going to do next, but I'll see you in a little while.